Punk Revolution now. Today we are going to be talking about my experience getting paid to review an album. Yes, someone actually paid me to review their album and I fucking accepted the money. Really strange since I talk a lot on my YouTube channel about how I really strongly dislike the influence money has in the music industry and how it can warp perceptions of what's a good music and bad music and all this bullshit. I never in a million years thought I would ever accept money for a review, but this situation kind of just fell into my hands in a really weird way. I honestly didn't really believe it was happening. I thought I was getting scammed for a second, but it happened. I took the money. I'm happy about that. But it's also, I think, a really insightful moment into kind of how a lot of the music industry works, and I want to talk about it and flesh it out a little bit more into another video, so let me go ahead and explain what the hell went down here. It all started about a month ago when I got this email from Stay Decorated. It was a press email. I've got a bunch of emails like this, people telling me about their album and they want me to review it. I didn't think too much about it. I thought the name Stay Decorated and the email was kind of cheesy, almost like a Justin Bieber slogan or whatever. Real name is Luke Banter, whatever, kind of a sloppily put together press release. Didn't think too much about it, but as I read through it, I realized, holy shit, did this guy really just offer me $500 fucking to review his shitty little pop rock album? I thought this must have been a mistake because he's making like really cheesy pop music like Justin Bieber wannabe stuff, and he's asking Punk Revolution now, someone who despises that kind of music, to review his album, and he's gonna pay $500 for it. My initial reaction was like, okay, I'm getting scammed here. No one actually emails you out of nowhere offering you $500 unless there's a fucking scam, so I figured I should investigate it a little bit just to see what the hell is going on here. So I look up Luke Banter, I find him on Instagram, and it turns out he has like hundreds of thousands of followers, and I'm like, okay, well maybe Luke Banter actually is an up-and-coming pop artist I'm not familiar with, and this could be, a real thing. Maybe he just has a, very successful music foundation and he has a shit ton of money from it that he's willing to invest everywhere. And I was like, okay, this could be real. But just doing a little bit of investigation, looking through these cheesy photos he's uploaded from these probably very expensive photo shoots of him, acting as if he's a cute little pop star or whatever, very cringeworthy, just an FYI. I scroll down to the comments and I'm seeing a bunch of spam from very clearly fake followers. So immediately it's like, okay, I see what's going on here. He bought a fuck ton of fake followers, was able to pay his way into getting verified, and he's paying for these expensive ass photo shoots in order to have the image of someone who's actually an up-and-coming pop star, which, by the way, I find incredibly cringe. I do not know what drives someone to spend so much money to feel famous and not actually, contribute something to society that warrants all that attention. And I did a little bit more of research here. I looked on YouTube, searched him up, see, okay, what songs does he have? And I was like, okay, well, he's got some songs that have a shit ton of views on YouTube, over 1 million views on one of his songs. And I click on it. It's a highly produced, expensive music video. I'm like, okay, this guy clearly has a fucking ton of money, but maybe he's actually, maybe there's something to this. And I scroll down and I see, okay, the YouTube comments give it away. People in the YouTube comments saying, hey, an advertisement brought me here. So he literally paid for YouTube views pretty much. You can see the amount of likes the video has and the amount of comments it has. This is not organic views. No one seems to really care that much about the song. And when you put it all together, you got the fake Instagram followers, the fake Instagram verification, the fake YouTube views he paid for an ad, these expensive ass photo shoots, the expensive ass fucking music video, and now he's just fucking spamming this email asking people to review his album. You put it together and you have someone who just has an immense amount of indisposable money that they can fucking just spend wherever in hopes, fingers crossed, of becoming famous. They don't care about the music, they don't care about anything, they just care about the clout and becoming famous. I mean, even in the email he sent me, he referred to me as like an organization / YouTube channel. He didn't even add the name Punk Revolution Now in the email. He was probably copying and pasting it and sent it to like a bunch of different YouTube channels, which actually now we know is for sure a thing because after the album comes out, I look through YouTube and I see a bunch of small YouTube channels who are reviewing this album. So clearly he was paying a shit ton of reviewers to review this album. So I responded with my Venmo and it's like, yeah, sure, okay, I can take a donation. Then boom, immediately I got $500 in my bank account. I couldn't fucking believe what happened. And that was pretty fucking awesome. I mean, $500 is $500. I'm not gonna complain. But it left me with a dilemma, which is, what do I do now? I didn't think I was actually gonna get that money, but I got it. Now I gotta review this album, and it's fucking shitty pop, and I don't like shitty pop, and I'm getting paid to review it, and I don't wanna fucking get paid to review. That's not what I fucking do. It's literally the antithesis of everything my YouTube channel stands for. So I'm a little nervous. I listened to the album, and the album is absolute garbage, which I'm kind of relieved about, because if it was pretty good, then I would feel kind of shitty about giving a pretty good review for an album that I actually, you know, kind of like, but I'm sort of, it's just like, it just rubs me the wrong way. Like if some like indie punk band who really loved my YouTube channel sent me an album that I really liked and they asked me and they paid me to review it, I would deny it because that's like actual nepotism. But if it's like a really shitty pop star, it's just such a fucking joke that I'm like, sure, I'll fucking do it. And I was contemplating maybe I should do like a comedy review of his EP or album rather and make fun of this album or whatever, but you know, he paid me $500. I'm gonna give him $500 worth and I'm gonna give him my honest opinion. He's gonna get way more out of that than if I try to do a goofy video that's gonna get him a lot of views, and frankly, he doesn't deserve a lot of views. He deserves to hear the truth. I made it very clear in my review of his album, he's singing off pitch the whole time. It's unlistenable, it's really bad, it's cheesy, it's derivative, it sucks, basically. I gave it a 0.5 out of 10. And before you call me an asshole for giving a negative review for an album that I was paid to review, remember this. He was paying a shit ton of YouTubers to kiss his ass and tell him how good his music is. He's gonna get way more out of his money from my review that's telling him the truth for how actually bad his music is, because now he knows that his music sucks. Thank God. Now that's a very valuable thing to know. Now he knows, hey, if I actually want to continue this music career thing, I should get some fucking singing lessons. Or even better yet, maybe I even saved him tens of thousands of dollars by hopefully stopping his music career right here, because now he knows he sucks. So he invested $500 in a review to tell him he sucks, and now he's gonna save tens of thousands of dollars not trying to fucking force this music thing to happen anymore. And by the way, it does take me a lot of time to listen to this music and take notes and film the video and edit it and upload it on YouTube. It is a lot of work for me. Probably not $500 worth of work, but it is a lot of work for me. So I do feel like, you know what, you offered $500, you're getting your review, you're getting what you paid for, and honestly, I'm doing you a favor. And there's also a part of me that's like, you know what, if you have so much money that you can just fucking spend it anywhere to try to become famous, then if it's redistributed from you to me, I honestly don't feel so bad for you. But here's the important thing to understand. There are so many really talented artists, including in pop, who really are working their ass off to make it. Their dream is to have hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram, to have these YouTube videos with hundreds of thousands and a million views, to have all these comments, to have all these likes, to have all these YouTubers reviewing their music. That's like what so many musicians are just literally working for so hard, and they might be really talented and they put all the work in, and for most people, 99 times out of 100, you get nowhere. Then you have someone like Luke Banter, who literally clearly doesn't give a shit about music at all, only cares about becoming famous, clearly is used to being able to pay for whatever he wants his whole life and getting whatever the fuck he wants. No one around to tell him, hey dude, by the way, you're not very good at singing, you should probably slow down a bit. And he literally has the money just to will fame into existence. Like, he has all these followers, he's got all these reviews on YouTube. No, he literally paid for it. And honestly, if he was a little bit better at singing, if his singing was a little bit more on key, he actually could have like got a real hit that got a lot of plays on the radio. Like, he could have made it. He was using the fake it till you make it method, trying to put this facade of someone who's already famous and well respected, and everyone else who doesn't know it is gonna see and think, oh, maybe I should know this guy too, and it's gonna have a snowball effect, and then one of his catchier songs are gonna, you know, start a freaking wildfire that's gonna spread. The point is like, he's extremely successful for someone who literally can't sing shit and is making fucking trash music. So while I don't think Luke Banter is gonna get anywhere because his voice sucks, the point is he's already gotten really fucking this far just from having so much money, and it makes you think, like, how many influencers and famous people out there, and even pop stars we might know, started with this fake it till you make it method of buying fake followers, buying fake views, buying their way to something, but because they actually had a decent amount of talent, they were able to actually start building organic growth. There's probably a fucking lot of them, and it's really freaky to see how much influence and how much power you can literally just buy your way into obtaining. It makes me sick on a really deep level. It makes me sick that someone would want to pay their way to become famous. It makes me sick that someone would value using all their time and money to literally trick themselves into thinking they're famous instead of actually, you know, taking their money and taking guitar lessons and taking vocal lessons and working because you love the art. It makes me sick that people are actually able to pay for all these followers and fake views and all this shit and all the fake fucking reviews too. And it makes me sick that honestly it fucking works. Maybe it's not gonna work out for Luke Banter, probably not, but I promise you it works for a lot of people. I know people, you know, I live in New York City, I know people here who are doing the same thing, paying their way to become a little influencer. Maybe I even did it. Actually, it's funny I said that. I literally did do that. Now that I think about it, my band died. We paid for fake Facebook likes, and that actually worked out for us pretty fucking well. So, I mean, we weren't stupid enough to buy 100,000 followers, because that's just cringe. We bought 10,000 followers after our first EP release, which is kind of funny, but you know, we ended up deleting those likes because once we actually started getting bigger as a band, we thought it was kind of cringe to have fake likes when we actually had like a decent amount of organic likes. So I don't know. Anyways, point is like it's a common thing. Who knows how much this stuff happens? Probably happens a lot. How many reviews are paid for? How many followers are paid for? How many people have literally just paid their way to make it and become influencers and to influence everyone else into this fucking cycle of desperation for more followers and more likes and all this shit. Like it's sickening. It's everything wrong with music. Luke Banter, you know, no offense to you. I'm sure, you know, you're a nice guy, whatever, but just the system that you are a part of and participating in is disgusting. You're not disgusting, it's the system. I see that, don't you worry. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I hope this video was insightful. I'm going to go ahead and invest all my money into GameStop stocks, and hopefully it'll blow up, and hopefully I'll freaking have $1 billion, and then I'll be able to fucking pay my way to fucking becoming a fucking Anthony Fantano slayer with 200 million fucking YouTube subscribers and fucking destroy his ass. And thanks for everyone who's like, commenting, and subscribing. My YouTube channel is going very fast because of you. Thank you so much. Over 3,000 subscribers is very epic. Let's freaking keep it going. Let's do an organic growth. Unlike Luke Banter, we don't need to do that, but if you pay for more fucking, I don't know, whatever. Just Punk Revolution now.